What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll do a special head-to-head between the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros and the Soundcore Liberty 4s. Yeah, both of them are obviously label mates, so this should be a very interesting head-to-head. So let's get started. All right, we are back in a head-to-head. Full disclosure, this is a subscriber request video. Shout out to David Blackman for suggesting this head-to-head. Uh, I should have done it sooner. I hope this helps you out in making any purchasing decisions, my friend. Leave comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this head-to-head. First off, let's talk price and specs. We're gonna start off with the Liberty 4s. Let's go ahead and start with them. They come in at $149.99. As far as the codec, they come in with Bluetooth 5.3. LDAC, AAC, SBC, and LDAC are supported. As far they do have an adaptive ANC ANC powered by their Hair ID app, Hair ID software in the app. As far as battery life, the earbuds, you can get up to 9 hours on the earbuds. With the case, you can get up to 28 hours. As far as wireless, the case does support it. And quick charge, 15 minutes will get you 3 hours of playback time. As far as water resistance, they are rated at IPX4. I did mention in previous videos that they did not have a wireless rating, but after some further research, I did discover that they do have it. As far as special features, they do offer a heart rate sensor within the earbuds, 360 spatial audio, and multi-point pairing and connecting. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to the Liberty 3 Pros. They originally came out at $169.99. You can get them, I think, as low as $129.99 right now. They do support Bluetooth 5.2. As far as codecs, same as Liberty 4s, AAC, SBC, and LDAC. Same noise canceling as far as with the Hear ID app or app in the program in the app. Okay. As far as battery life, you do get up to 8 hours of playback time on the earbuds. When you add the case, you do get up to 32 hours. The case does support quick charge, just like the Liberty 4s. You can get 3 hours back of playback time with 15 minutes of charge. And the case does support wireless charging. Water resistance for the earbuds is at IPX4. And as far as special features, the earbuds do support multi-point pairing and connecting. All right. So that is a quick rundown. Very similar between the two. What we're going to do is we're going to move on from here, but everything seems pretty similar and I like it. Let's continue. All right, we are back in. I pulled one of each out so we can take a look at each form factor. Obviously, two very different styles. As you can see, we've got a more in-ear version with the Liberty 3 Pros as a conventional like a pencil style earbud with the Liberty 4s. Both have that uh, ergonomic. Oh, actually, if you look at the Fords, they more have that molded in ergonomic shape that fits in the ear. Whereas the Liberty 3 Pros, they do have an ergonomic curve in here, but to add extra security, they do offer wing tips that'll help you get a more secure fit. Obviously, they go into two different ways of touch controls. Here with the Liberty 3 Pros, you have the touch panel here, whereas with the Liberty 4s, you got the squeeze right here on the arm, the press or squeeze type where you can do different types of presses in order to do function tests or activate functions within the earbuds. And both of them are very light. Obviously, the pencil style of the Liberty 4. Listen at me. The Liberty 4 is a much smaller, more compact version form factor to have. As we take a look at the width of these guys. Uh, the Liberty 3 Pros are very chunky, but yet they're still comfortable in the air. As I said, most of this sits outside the air. So if you have this portion here, everything above here is outside the air, so it protrudes out a little bit. Whereas the Liberty 4s are nice and discreet when they're sitting in your air. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and grab some pictures. This is how they look in the air. You've got, see, as you can see, it goes right in, very discreet, a nice shallow boom arm for your mic when you're talking on the phone. Doesn't take up a lot of your ear well here, but you do get nice, comfortable fit and feel, and good for all day usage. I never had a problem with them being in the air. So let's go ahead and we're gonna quickly move over to the Liberty 3 Pros. All right, here we go. As you can see, with the air tip, or excuse me, the wing, it gives you the full seal on inside the ear well. It takes up the entire space, so you get a good lock, twist and lock seal in there. In the combination of the proper ear tip, uh, you do get a great seal. Now, like I said, as the most of it is protruding up. It sticks out onto the outside of the air well, so it gives you that balance. It doesn't give you air fatigue after long periods of usage, or you don't feel any pressure from the seal uh, inside the ear canal. So again, despite the size, a very comfortable earbud to wear. Like I said, I've worn these all day at work. Never had any problems with them afterwards. They're very, very comfortable earbuds. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these paired up, and we're going to compare uh, the Soundcore app, because some things are in for the Liberty 3 Pros that are not in for the 4s, and vice versa. So we're going to take a quick look around in there. So stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. We got the Liberty 3 Pros already paired up on the phone. So let's go ahead and jump into the Soundcore app. As you can see, there we go. All right, now, as you can see, you got the name of the earbuds here. The top, copy the picture of the earbuds. You got their battery levels, including the case underneath. You got your noise canceling options here of active noise canceling enabled with Hear ID. You got normal, and then you got transparency mode. With transparency mode, you can go ahead and select between vocal mode and fully transparent. We leave it at fully transparent, and of course, you could turn on and off when noise reduction. All right. Of course, if you move down even further, you got where you can select between which type of sound you want. As far as you want to use the Hear ID, you can go ahead and run the Hear ID tests, and then of course you can do the Hear ID sound test and the noise canceling test. Okay, and then of course if you want to go ahead and switch over to sound effects, you can go over here, and of course you can utilize your Hear ID sound based on the test that you ran. You can go ahead and utilize that. You can use a 3D surround, which you cannot use LDAC with that. You've got your default option here. If you tap on it again, you can go into some default presets that Soundcore already has, and they have plenty of them to choose from. All right, and then of course, if you move down, you can go into professional, which allows you to select from different Grammy-winning producers and their specific sound. One of those might suffice to you, and if neither one of those help, or neither one of those do anything for you, or any of these up top do anything for you, you can always go into custom and create one yourself. Of course, here's mine. But right now, we go ahead and put it on test. That way, we're not utilizing the EQ at all in here. And of course, you've got your sound mode. Right now, I have it set to LDAC. Even though my phone does not support it, I do hear the difference in it. So, and since both of these support LDAC, we're going to use LDAC codec and hear sound and see how they sound in comparison of each other with codec turned on. Well, LDAC turned on, sorry. All right, so again, you got that sound option. Then, of course, you got your controls where you can go ahead and do your set up your control functions. You got all through all of them: single tap, double tap, triple tap, tap and hold, and you can use them for the left and right earbud. All right, and of course, you've got more options here. You can go into you got turn on your wear detection, where you can turn off the sensor when you take your earbud out and put it back in. Okay, you got your list of apps. Excuse me, you got your device list. Now that we have LDAC turned on, you cannot use multi-point, so it automatically turned it off. But once we turn it back on, multi-point will turn back on there. All right. Then of course you got your prompt tone, your fit test. Uh, you can do your auto power off. I have mine set to 30 minutes. You can go as far up as 120 minutes before your earbuds turn off. You've got you can always check your firmware update, and you got your quick start or your quick start guide, where it'll take you to the website and you can walk through all of the functions and features of these earbuds. All right, so that is a quick walkthrough of the Soundcore app for the Liberty 3 Pros. What we're going to do is we're going to get these switched out, and we're going to take a walk through the same app, this time through the eyes of the Liberty 4. So stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. We got the Liberty 4s paired up. Let's go ahead and jump into the app. I am just bumbling over my words today. All right, let's go ahead and get these connected. All right, we are back in. I like how fast that one jumped on. As you can see, you got the picture of the earbuds here at the top. You got the name of the earbuds, and you've got the battery level of the right earbuds and the case underneath. Of course, you got the ambient sound options here. You got noise canceling, where you can go ahead and go through the Hear ID ANC app here. And of course, you got transparency mode, where you can go ahead and switch between fully transparent and vocal. Okay, and you've got your sound effects. You go in here. We're going to turn on LDAC for right now, because we're going to use that. We're going to turn that on right now. Waiting for it to switch over. All right. All right. Now we're back. We got LDAC turned on. Of course, you got your spatial audio functions here. You can select that. That'll give you the spatial audio. You can use Hear ID. You can go ahead and do that Hear ID test, similar to the same thing that you have with the Liberty 3 Pros. Okay, you got your default. And of course, you can go through all your custom default sound signature presets rather that Soundcore offers. All right. And of course, you've got your custom EQ, which we have it set to 0 here. Of course, you can go, here's mine for this one, but we have it set for 0 there. One thing you don't have here is the producers presets. They did not include that in on these ones, but that's okay. You do have the default ones that they offer, that they're well known for. All right, so moving on, you got your controls. And here you got touch control, your squeeze controls, and you can work them from the left and right earbud. And you got single, double, triple press option for each earbud, which is nice. No press and hold function there. If you go up here with the gear, sorry, you can go ahead and select your how much pressure, your squeeze force as they call it. You can go from softest to firmest. I have mine at normal, so when you squeeze the stem, oops, oh nice, it's stuck there. That was pretty cool. All right, you squeeze the stem. Depends on exactly how much pressure you have to put on there. All right, and moving on, you've got your wellness, your Soundcore wellness. Now this is, you tap on this here. All right, there we go. Sometimes it's not recognizing. All right, so then of course, hi Ron, they got me in here. You can, with the earbuds in your ear, it will give you detection. It will tell you different types of your If you're running or anything like that, that's the map. If you're doing exercise, it tell you duration, your calories burned, your heart rate, stress detection, and posture. Make sure that you're not slouching, you're sitting up straight, anything like and things like that. It will just take into consideration there. Okay, and then of course that's the one of the main selling points of these earbuds is that they give you that heart rate sensor and all that fitness information there. All right, so outside of that, that is the quick walkthrough of the Soundcore app for the Liberty 4s. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get these paired. You're gonna get these mic'd up. We're gonna go do a mic test and then follow that with a sound test. So stay strapped in. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 4s in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 4s in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 4s in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 4s in a crowded location. All right, we are back in. We got the Liberty 3 Pros already paired up and connected. Remember, we already have LDAC already turned on, so let's go ahead and jump into some music. Let me find my music app. All right. First off, we're gonna make sure we got our volume where we want it. All right. That's good. Let's go ahead and jump into some Run DMC. All right. Already clearer. Definitely got that bass. Sounds really good. I'm a real fan of the LDAC Kodak. Definitely can tell the difference between the AAC and LDAC, even though, like I said, my phone does not support it technically, but you can tell the difference. All right. Again, good sound, great bass. If I had to pick something, I would say I wish it was the mids and treble was a little bit louder naturally on this one. But that could be the track. All right, let's go ahead and switch over. We'll do Hall and Notes here. All right, now, okay, this sounds a little bit better, a little bit more louder. So I believe that's going to be the track. This is yeah, good sound. Voice very clear. Good sound separation. Very clear vocals. Very clear. Sounding really good. I got this. All right. Okay. All right. I had to do that. It sounds very clear. You got good sound out of it. This one, the treble was a little bit higher, and the mids were a little bit higher. So you got that clarity. You got that nice volume on those. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna say that's more that at that song, that track than anything else. So let's go ahead and do the Kenny G. All right, see now you got good sound here. Nice warm sub bass. Keyboard is sounding great. And you got your drums. The bass it's just really nice and warm, soft. And the lead saxophone is very clean, very crisp. Just a nice overall sound. I really do like the. I'm really a big fan of the LDAC codec, but it sounds really good. This this sounds really good. I got no other words for it. All right. Okay. All right. So it's a good clean sound on it with the LDAC in for the Liberty 3 Pros. The Run DMC song, I'm gonna chalk that up to the actual track because we went to the second song and the treble and the mids were obviously louder than on the Run DMC song. So we're gonna contribute that. We're gonna call that to the we're gonna give that to the track there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna scratch that one and we're gonna go ahead and jump in. We're gonna do Godzilla in its place. All right, so let's go ahead real quick. All right, see now it sounds. You got the good treble, got good bass. The vocals are nice and clean, clear and clear. All right, and it sounds really good. And very nice, very good sound. I'm loving it. All right, okay, let me get a little bit more. Just sounds really good, really good. I love the bass too. All right. All right, so what we're gonna do now is, I mean, first off, let me tell you, the bass on that song, top notch in these earbuds. I mean, it's really thumping. There's a great replacement for the Runs House. Uh, so we're going to, like I said, I'm going to scratch that one, and we're going to go with Godzilla on this one, and it just sounds just great. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and get these swapped out. We're gonna try the Liberty fours and then I'll come back with my final thoughts. Will be the next segment, and then I'll hold all my thoughts and everything until then. So stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. We got the Liberty 4 Pros already paired up. So let's go ahead and drop into some music. Oops. All right, first up, we're gonna start with Godzilla. Let's go. Sure we turned up right. All right. Okay. Already a little bit louder than the Liberty 3 Pros. It's got good bass, but the bass doesn't hit like the Liberty 3 Pros naturally. But it's good bass though. Okay. 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 Yep. It's got good sound. However, the bass is there and it hits, but it doesn't hit as hard as the Liberty 3 Pros on that one. All right. So let's go ahead and switch over. We're gonna do Hall of Notes real quick. All right. All right. Now this one a little louder. Right out of the box. Good sound. Got good sound separation. Okay. You got good. All right, here come the vocals. Vocals are very clear. It's a good sound. All right. So is it okay? So you got good sound there. Everything just seemed a little bit more louder than on the Liberty 3 Pros in this instance. All right. So let's go ahead and jump over to the the Kenny G. And again, right out of the box, you get that warm, soft sound, balanced. Separation is nice. It just sounds really good. I think this only thing is I mean the bass is definitely there, but it just doesn't hit as hard on these naturally as they do in Liberty 3 Pros. Just very nice sound. Just very clean with that LDAC, man. That is definitely where it's at. Okay. Just a really good sound. All right. We're going to go ahead and do that. All right. So just a really good sound. Just very impressive with the Liberty 4 Pros or Liberty 4s. I'm already getting ahead of myself. Thinking they're going to bring out a Pro version. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this all cleaned up. And I'm going to come back with my final thoughts on these two. So stay strapped in. All right, we are back in with this special head-to-head between the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros and the Soundcore Liberty 4s. And I had to admit, using LDAC on both of these, the sound is fantastic. However, the bass on the Liberty 4s does not hit as hard as the bass on the Liberty 3 Pros. And I'm going to lean to that towards the form factor, whereas the Liberty 3 Pros, you do have a little extra seal with the wings, which will then provide a little bit better seal with the in the ear, which then contributes to the overall sound of the bass. All right. However, the Liberty 4s are naturally a little louder than the Liberty 3 Pros. But other than that, I mean, the bass is there, and it definitely it hits. It's a good bass, but naturally, the Liberty 3 Pros, their bass hits a little harder. All right, so again, both of them using LDAC, fantastic. I wanted to just showcase that LDAC codec. Again, my phone officially does not support LDAC codec, but when I turned it on and put it up against in comparison to using AAC, you can definitely tell the difference in the overall sound. Although still love my phone. All right, so in the case, basically, if I had to choose between which ones I would go with, uh, surprisingly, I would have to go with the Liberty Fours. I mainly I love the fit a little bit more. I mean, these definitely in my rotation still. I love them. They give me everything I need, just like the Liberty Fours. However, I would go with them because they're a little lighter in the air as opposed to the Liberty 3 Pros. Just that'd be like the only reason. The bass comparison difference between the two. Um, I could live with that because it's still good bass. So I can live with that, and plus, it has EQ, so I can make those adjustments. Um, but again, do not sleep on the Liberty 3 Pros. I don't think anyone is at this point. This is still a top earbud in the earbud space. So definitely one worth looking into if you're still out there in the market and everything for a pair of earbuds. All right. So, but my winner today will be the Liberty 4s. Uh, this has been a head-to-head special subscriber request head-to-head. David Blackman requested it. Thanks for the actual request. I hope this helped you out as far as making the decision on which one to go with, or if you or just answered any questions you may have. If they didn't, leave comments in the comment section. Once again, I thank you, my brother, for that suggestion. If you like what you see here on the channel, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to join us on this journey, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when new videos come out. And also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at RonOnTech. I usually put some notifications out there when new videos, such as unboxings, or the Gauntlet series or anything like that, starts to kick off. I usually put them out there. That way, everybody will know and they can go ahead and tune into the channel. Let me see. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. Well, that's it. Again, thanks for coming out, and I'll see you on the next one. Liberty Fours, get the win. Peace.